All right, got the front. We put the name on the back. Then we're gonna add something on this sleeve, and this sleeve. Or I'm just gonna leave it alone, to be honest. But I think I'm gonna put something right here on this sleeve. Yep. Not too much. Not too much. So I'm currently at my complex. As you can see, I'm at the trash. They've got these, and as a brand owner that is starting out from scratch, that isn't pouring personal funding into this, anything that's free, it can help out on the back end. People throw away great stuff all the time. Very valuable things. You just toss them in the trash. But an item such as this, it's worth money. Let me show you what I mean. For example, a product such as this is listing online currently anywhere from $25 to $50. You have to assess the need of the product, number one, the demand for it, and then the quality. These are in really good shape. I'm not exactly sure what they were used for, but whatever purpose they served in their previous home, they'll find a new one. Everyone wins. Look, and just like that, within an hour, we got a buyer, okay? This doesn't always happen for every product. It really just depends. Time of week, time of month. All of that plays a huge factor, but here we are yet again. So what I did for the customers, break the product down. I sent product description videos, and all of this helps in building, good relationships with people, getting good reviews. It's a lot easier to sell stuff when you have good, reliable reviews. And like I said, all of this money goes back into launching and building the brand. Being a brand owner and kind of being the pioneer, what I have to do, I have to get creative and figure out ways to fund this without having, actual investors. All right, so the deed is done. Sale has been made. End up meeting up with the buyers. Originally, they weren't gonna go through with the buy because it was missing a crucial part of it, I guess, which is like these connectors that hold the dividers together. But I was like, man, y'all drove almost 45 minutes. Let's make something work. So I listed it for 30. It's going for 50 online. I end up selling it for 15, which isn't bad. Still at a profit because I got it for free. So I'm not complaining. It's $15 more that are gonna go towards the brand. That's just part of it. That was my first encounter on Facebook that someone didn't want to go through with a buy. Like that they drove there, inspected it, and then they didn't want to go through with the buy. So that was a little strange, but there's a first time for everything. So we got that 15. Yeah, we're just gonna continue to go up from there. So we originally sold one product, which was the panels in the very beginning, for $15. I didn't record it, but someone was giving away a baby bassinet, a Halo baby bassinet. They usually go anywhere from $50 to $100, but because I'm trying to move products pretty fast, I went ahead and listed it for $25, and I got a buyer that's firm on $25. I'm actually headed to the meet right now. Just wanted to provide an update about where we are currently in the process. So with that 25, we're at about 40 now, which isn't bad. 40 may be enough to get some early products but I have to look into it online and see. But 40 should be enough to get some products so that we can get the ball rolling a little bit better as far as product launching. But I could save up some more, but if we can get a few products launched, we could at least start moving around a little better. But this is it. Taking free products, things that people are either throwing in the trash, giving them away, cleaning them up. Because, believe it or not, items that are being thrown away, they're valuable to someone. They may not be valuable to you. You know, like a baby bassinet, everyone doesn't have kids, everyone can't use that. But the product is, it's valuable to someone. You know, it's all about finding the market. It's all about finding the market. So even with the products I'm gonna provide and the services I'm gonna provide, it's all about finding the market. And if I can understand my audience, I know that I can have a successful product. And this is just starting a brand from scratch, no sponsorships, not putting any of my own money into it, only time and whatever other resources I fundraise, pretty much. But we're here right now for the buy. I'll try to record it. I don't think I was able to catch the last buy on sale, but I want you guys to see just some of the behind the scenes of negotiating, how some of these product purchases go. I'd love for you guys to see a little more in depth into that. So we're here now. We're waiting on the buyer to arrive. So we're just gonna get a spot and wait on them to arrive. And when they arrive, I'll make sure to start recording again. But for now, we're gonna be here, and I'll let you guys know. How's it going?
Good.
Pretty good. All right, man. So this is it. Halo bassinet. I tried to clean it up for you guys.
Yeah, looks
Just
good.
give it a good wipe down.
Okay.
It swivels and attaches here at
Nice.
the bottom. This little locking mechanism, you can like move it.
Okay.
This side like swivels down a little bit, so you can put it bedside.
Sweet.
And it goes pretty low. The base is heavy, so we'll load this base in. And this is the base. And like I said, this part is pretty heavy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got a good weight to it. It's got a little weight.
Okay.
All right. And then if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, just let me know. Might be able to fit it in the trunk.
Yeah, let's get in the trunk. 25, right?
Yep, 25. That's it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, if you guys get a chance, just be sure to try to leave me a review.
Okay. We'll do.
I really appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
All right. All right, so just like that, we are done. The sale is done. You know, no bargaining, no haggling this time. Just a straight sale. And normally, before you contact buyers, you want to make sure that you reach out and negotiate all of the terms, make sure the price is firm before they get there. But right now, currently, we are at $40. All right, so we got 20, 30, 35, 40. All right, we're at $40. Now, the blanks will cost upwards of $2 to $3. And then the actual prints that go onto the shirt would be like an additional 10 plus shipping. We're looking at around 30 to 40 for them in totality. But the good thing about that is I can take those blanks, sell them and market them, and then make, you know, triple of what I just sold this stuff for. But like I said, it's all about finding the market. So the goals for this week, now that we have some funding and some foundation, and we know where we're going, I kind of already have an idea what products I want to do and what products I want to focus on. Mainly upper apparel to start, but eventually I would love to do pants. I'm currently in talks with a manufacturer, but that's later down the line. The goal is by December. No, let's do November. By November, to possibly either have a product being shipped from a manufacturer that has been produced and developed, or at least have established a connection with a manufacturer so that later down the line I can have products developed and made, custom products. But right now, I'm doing everything in-house. Everything will be done by me, which is great. And that's part of this journey. Part of this journey is me doing these tasks and developing these products on my own. So the website, social media is already done. The emails, business emails already been set up. The website has to be completed. And the documentary page where these videos are stored at has yet to be created. So when you're seeing this, that means that I created the page and got these posted. But these videos will be a compilation together. I haven't thought about a thumbnail or a title for it just yet, but I'm currently working on that. Man, I'm just excited. I'm excited. This is the first phase, and you know, I'm just really looking forward to see where this goes. All right. But here we are from that meeting. I've just been kind of brainstorming. Got this book here. And I really just been trying to figure out, I guess, my why. And it's like, this is a question I keep getting asked, you know, even in my professional running career, looking for an agent. I keep getting asked the question, you know, why? But pretty much it feels like people are asking me why I'm valuable or why this product is valuable, which is kind of like, just is. You know, I made it. I put time into it. I spent creative energy and thinking, so that's what makes it valuable. You know, it's mine, it's personal, it's original. But I guess for project purposes and brand purposes, I have to be more in depth or more detailed. So what I did was I researched some of the top brands, or at least some brands, you know, that I identify with. But I did look at, you know, some top brands. So I know Nike's a big one, especially in that previous conversation that came up. So there's Nike, which is, they market primarily around elite athletes, even from, you know, the beginning. With Nike, you get this level of elite confidence. And then their brand, I'd say, because of who they use to promote it, it's like only for the best, you know, only for the elite. So Nike is a brand that's like the best people, you know, where they target the best athletes to sponsor. That's something Nike does. Adidas, I'd say, is more of like unique, supportive. They are, they could possibly be the new brand of confidence, since Nike shares have been dropping over the past few months. So is Adidas the new brand of confidence? I don't know. But they're like the underdog brand. Hoka, very big on the running scene right now. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. But they're adventurous, sleek, bold, all-terrain. When you look at their advertising, everything's based on, you know, their shoe, which is all-terrain. On Cloud, another shoe brand, but also makes merchandise. They're modern, stylish, relatable, but they're futuristic. A lot of their branding and advertising is placed in the future. You know, when people buy their product, it's like, you know, this is a product of the future. New Balance, international, another relatable aspect, but there's also this level of eliteness to New Balance. Like, New Balance doesn't sign everybody. Their product just is. It just exists. People buy it because it's New Balance. It's very popular, but there's a focus on how sporty it is. You know, it's a sport brand. So maybe utility. It's another word I could throw in there. New Balance, you could really do anything in their shoes or in their apparel or wear. Puma, international brand, but primarily sporty. Like, Puma focuses on sports. That's their market, sports. Very colorful also. So out of all the brands that I just named, Hoka, Puma, those are the brands like that are definitely the most colorful. Like, they use all kinds of colors. Then there's Converse, which is your rebel brand, your brand for outcasts. You know, another all-terrain. They market to really anyone that's looking to do anything, that's looking to rebel, that's looking to, you know, that's looking to stand out. That's kind of their brand. Reebok, affordable, cool, trendy, bold. I'd say trendy back then. Now Reebok's in the market of like affordability, but they're definitely trendy, especially considering they're campaigning with basketball, WNBA basketball star Angel Reese. So looking at, these popular athletic wear brands, it makes me think where I want to go in the direction with Rock. That's my little girl in the background. Say hey to the people. Whenever I ask her to say hi, she don't say nothing. But when I think about the direction I want to go in with Rock, I know eventually my goal is footwear, specifically track and field spikes. Why? I'm a track and field athlete. And when I set out on this adventure to do this, it was because I reached out to brands to get a brand deal or to even get a partnership. I wasn't looking to necessarily get paid because I figured I might have to earn my way to the top. But being ranked amongst the top athletes in the world in my perspective event and not having an opportunity to have a brand represent me at the next level, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to do my own thing, And that was like the start of Rock. I wanted to do something that was, that was different. Now, the complete original concept stemmed from there being a lack of men-specific apparel. So my entire time throughout the process of thinking about this project this semester, I think I've been thinking about it too broadly. And because of that, I've missed my target audience, and it's given me many delays because I'm trying to think about it like on this whole scale. But I believe if I can dim that down a little bit, or not even dim, I don't want to use that word. We don't want to ever dim our light. But if we can condense that down and really hone in those ideas on who we are, what we want to be, then we can head in the right direction. So my project chair asking me that question last class of why Rock, why this brand? That's what I've been stuck. I've been stuck on that because for me, I know exactly what I want to say. I don't really know how to say it. So I also looked at some designer brands. So like Balenciaga, Versace, Dolce & Gabbana, Burberry, all of these different designer brands, because they market, high fashion, high style, sleek, modern, very artsy, stylish. But there's this level of eliteness to people who purchase these brands. And when I think about Rocked, right, something that comes to mind from all the words I just used from the other brands is definitely, a brand for underdogs. Some words that come to mind with Rock, though, is definitely underdog, sporty/athletic, I'd love to be relatable. I feel like every brand in some aspect should be relatable to their audience. Bold and adventurous were words I was going to originally use, but now, I don't know. You had something to say, babe? Oh. No, you okay? Bold and adventurous. Those are words. So the underdog brand, the brand for the underdogs, that's my market. It is an athletic focused brand, but I just want to cover apparel in general. Because part of being a brand, when you think about it, Nike doesn't just make apparel, but everyone has to start somewhere. And I think I'm thinking on the broad scale of every product I'm going to market and sell in the future. I'm not thinking about, which is good, it's not a bad thing, but for project purposes and for starting purposes, I have to figure out, what product I want to focus on specifically. So we're going to start in apparel, eventually branch into footwear, hopefully within the next, 3 to 6 months, and then eventually, just be build our brand identity as a whole and just be a brand. So we definitely want to start though we're going to start in apparel. So my why, as we come down to the end of this and do that research, I had another conversation with my project chair about, Rock being the brand of dreamers, but man, Rock is a brand for the people. It's a brand for everybody that never had a chance, everybody that got picked last, everyone that's forgotten about. It's for the people that never had a chance. It's relatable because it's relatable for underdogs specifically. And it is bold. What's not bold about taking a chance? Part of being bold is embracing the adventure that's ahead. And adventures, they pose new challenges around every turn. So when you think, why Rock? Why should I shop Rock? I would say it's the brand of chances.